perdóname, pero alguien me ha dicho que tienen usted una lancha y quizás puedo rentar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2.000.
Sí sabes cómo llegar, ¿verdad?
Sí, tranquilo. There it is. Punta Hueca.
This is weird.
Yeah. All right. You relax. I'm gonna find somebody.
Hey. What's your name? ¿Cómo te llamas? Wait. Do you know where everybody is?
Pescador. Hey. ¿Puedo preguntarte algo? Momentito. Oye. No voy a... ¡Hey! ¡Hey!
Nos estaban matando y nadie podía defenderse. Porque ¿quién puede matar a un niño?
We have to get out of here.
Por una llamada a otro elefante.
Any horror movie is like taking something that's may scare you just a little bit in real life, but magnifying it. For this, it's like the fears of our society becoming societies where we don't care or respect anyone. And so the children are the wiser in learning, you know, in this movie, and learning how to teach the adults a big lesson. In many different countries, even in the United States, there are, you know, children in gangs by the age of 10. It's not such a surprise. So I think this is something that, again, what's the worst thing that could happen? And that's exactly what horror films do, is, you know, intensify and exacerbate one small idea and make it the worst ever. So children represent innocence and youth and idealism and the projection of the future. And if they're lost, then what do we have? Nothing, you know? They don't have any pretense, so it's very easy for them to just be natural in playing these characters, I feel like. So a lot of them are fun and funny with me and ask me to dance with my belly. Because dancing with a huge pregnant belly is kind of a funny sight. So I do that for them every now and then, and they like it. He was a little bit in shadow. The first time he was a lot in shadow and I couldn't see him at all. But then little by little, you know, every time we met, he revealed a little bit more of his face. And, you know, I thought maybe he'd be like uncomfortable with, like, maybe he had like scars on his face or something, but he's a very handsome man. So I think he prefers to be kind of minimal contact with people. I just think he's an eccentric. I think everybody just needs to have more empathy for Makhinoff. He's a sensitive soul, and he needs to be respected for his privacy.
It's about two people that go to a place and expect something very different from what's there. They go to a small island, a pretty remote place, and when they get there, it's a deeply disturbed situation on the island, you know, where the kids of the island have essentially killed or in the process of murdering all the adults. The way for me to enjoy it the most is to just kind of just take the events as they are and not sort of put any kind of not superimpose any sort of political or sociological message. Yeah, well, we're shooting here in Holbox, which is, I'm sure, as you know, is a very, beautiful location, a really very kind of paradisal island. So against this incredibly relaxed, calm ocean, beautiful sky, beautiful clouds, is this, I don't know, bloodbath in a way. When I got to Holbox, there was a new script that was supposedly around, but because of a series of variables ranging from translation to power outages to storms and limitations of technology, we didn't really get that script, I think, until maybe the second week of shooting. So we would get the pages and the scenes we were going to shoot in the morning, and the way, for the most part, the way we worked is we would go in and rehearse for a while, the director and the actors, figure out a way that we wanted to make the scene happen and shoot the scene, and we would do some rewriting, and then we would start shooting, and then once we started shooting, that would happen pretty quickly. We'd only do maybe 2 takes per camera setup for the most part. Sometimes more, especially more when we were working with kids. That was kind of the more involved stuff, was with working with the kids, For me, Makinov, for me, the director was always very accessible and pretty easy to communicate with. I found him really open-minded, and I don't know what his reputation is, but I know people have strong feelings about him, but I didn't. I had a really lovely experience with him.
Personalmente, ¿cómo disfrutas más un género como este al que pertenece Juego de Niños, como actor o como espectador?
No, como actor. Mi papel fue breve, pero sí me gustó. Me gusta este género de suspenso también para actuarlo. De hecho, creo que no es tan fácil si se quiere hacer bien, ¿no? Si quieres realmente asustar. Sí me gustó.
Las circunstancias de tu personaje son bastante extremas. ¿Tú crees que en tal caso, tal situación, tú podrías llegar a atacar a un niño?
Claro. Sí, yo creo que en una situación extrema como esa y por defenderse uno llega a hacer cosas que en principio no haría, pero cuando está en juego tu vida y lo haces por sobrevivir, sí, por supuesto, ¿no?
¿Qué fue lo que te llevó a participar a este proyecto? ¿La historia, el guión, tu papel, la producción?
No, la historia me pareció interesante y bueno, sobre todo creo que también que hay ahí muchos amigos, ¿no? Hay muchos amigos involucrados y ellos me invitaron y pues acepté.
Okay. Última pregunta, ¿tu sensación acerca del rodaje y si ya viste la película terminada?
No la he visto y tengo, siempre desde que leí el guión me quedé con la inquietud de saber por qué los niños hacen esto, que hacen ahí en la película. Entonces tengo muchas ganas de verla para saber si la película me lo puede responder ahora.
Okay. Una última cosa sobre Makinov y el proyecto en general, ¿qué quisieras agregar?
Pues no sé, es todo muy misterioso para mí. Me gustaría saber si fue solo una cosa de un momento o Makinov va a seguir dirigiendo y me gustaría conocerlo más.
Okay. Y nomás si podemos repetir la primera para asegurar, ¿cómo fue participar en un juego de niños y ser dirigido por un personaje como Makinov?
Pues extraño, fue muy misterioso porque él está y no está y entonces a veces manda órdenes, a veces te manda recados. Nosotros sabíamos que estaba ahí mirando el monitor, pero nosotros no lo podíamos ver. Entonces, pues extraño, misterioso, tengo ganas de conocerlo, ¿no?